Hey, hi guys, welcome back. All right, so happy Valentine's Day, everyone. This is going to be a collective message. This feels like the wrong deck. Hang on, let's go this route. Sometimes with these collective messages, I start out with an anecdote, something real that happened with Aries, and it's just this morning I was up before him, and I went down to the spare room to find him, and he was so excited that I came down and, flops on his little back, and I got to rub his tummy. And oh, he's just my dog loves mornings. He loves mornings, but it's particularly special if I get him up first. I don't know. He just thinks that's the greatest. So, I don't know. This feels like maybe somebody's cat is very happy, or their furry doggy is very happy to see them. We have the strength card. There's a nice strong bond here. Oftentimes I look at this as like, we have someone who usually we see like a feminine with her lion or bear or some power animal, most frequently a lion. And of course it is Leo energy, but it's like I either have the strength to calm my own internal animal, or this feminine gives strength and peace to the lion, and in turn the lion protects her. So there's like a really wonderful connection here. There is a certain amount of like faith involved possibly in this card. Maybe someone, it looks like rosary beads, so maybe Catholic, but again we see worry beads, or I've seen it in the Greek Orthodox religion. So it's, I don't want to give it one specific place, but there could be, maybe it's just a piece of jewelry. Maybe there's a gift coming in that is the gift of like a ring or a necklace. It does look like it's got pearls on it or beads on it. Maybe it's just a beaded necklace, like maybe kind of this, only it looks more like it would have been pearls. But let's take a look. What's the strength card representing? King of Pentacles. We've got somebody that's kind of more like Pan, so the not rusty, but rustic, lusty god. King of Pentacles, though, sitting here kind of kicking it, eating his apples. This is one of those cards where I will just mention I had to color over some body parts on this card because it was yes, on full display. I'm only mentioning that because Pan is considered to be one of the lusty little dudes. And if anything, I think that we have somebody who's, although he's kicking it right now, eating this apple, I feel like he's got a daydream of who he would like to give like a stable offer to. Somebody he feels very strongly about. This feels like we're normally the Two of Wands is like, which choice do I want to make? But even the way he's like gazing into that apple, wanting to take a bite out of that apple, he knows what he wants. The Two of Wands in this deck is all about like, I don't have to wonder. There's only one pathway, and it's straight ahead. I'm ready to go ahead and maybe just commit to a path that I know is right for me. So is it to strengthen a bond with somebody? Is there a desire on his part to like communicate to somebody, talk to, oh wow, we have the Lovers. Definitely a desire to talk to somebody. He knows exactly who it is. The Lovers can be a card of choice for sure. Just like the Two of Wands is, which path do I want to go? Now the Two of Swords is like, usually like, where's my blockage? But everything here just says he's not actually uncertain about anything. The choice is simply, how do I talk to her, and will the message get through? Because I know who I want. What's that song? I know who I want to take me home. Take me home. I can't think who sings it, but that song is in my head right now. He knows exactly who he's thinking of. She could be a Gemini. Doesn't have to be. Temperance. Boy, he's very wildly passionate about this person. The more he thinks about it, even though he seems very grounded, and it seems like he's contemplating, like, am I going to do this? I think I'm going to do this. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I know that this is what I want to do. I know that this is who I want to go toward. She could be from a different culture than him. They could be in different, like age brackets or different heights, or just walk in different worlds, whatever that means. It doesn't mean that they're, like whatever, he could be 2 years older than her, right? It could just be, whatever, she's 48, he's 50. It doesn't matter, but he may feel like a very old soul. I don't know. I don't get this idea that he's that old. I feel like he feels older and maybe even wiser. Hair, lots of hair all over in this. We've got, Pan with some goat fur legs. We've got the lion with the mane. We've got him with long, long, long locks. Sometimes hair is a sign of virility, is the only reason I mention that. Even here, the lion's, sorry, the tiger, tiger's fur is flying out. All of this says he's got this really powerful belief that this is meant to be. And if you look closely on this Lover's card, what we actually have is like the divine hovering above. Oh my God, I just got so cold. Oh my gosh, I am freezing all of a sudden. Okay, tell me more about this Temperance card. He feels very powerfully. It's funny because the Temperance card is normally about calm, but instead we've got this ferocious tiger who's like taken on the power of the water, which, tigers are, they do swim, but it just kind of comes across like the anti-temperance card. Temperance should be calm and peaceful. It doesn't look calm and peaceful. It looks almost like he's saying, I'm going to fight for this connection, to have this vibe. King of Swords. He's got all this dragon tattoo across him. This is a real wish come true for this character. But he's also got his bow and arrow, like, I gotta let the arrow fly. I guess it's just in Sam Cooke's Cupid, draw back your bow and let your arrow flow straight to my lover's heart. Page of Swords. He's been a spying. And by the way, I have to cover her because she got no clothes on, but she's covered in dragon tattoos. So they are quite the match. He's been spying on her for a while. He's been wanting to talk to her for quite a while. Again, there's very much like he wants a lover's embrace with her. I don't know. Maybe she has tattoos and he's like, yep, I'd like to see all those tattoos. Maybe he does as well. Doesn't have to. These two could have zero tattoos, either one of them, or they could be, totally sleeved and covered in head to toe. But the dragon just represents dreams, strong, strong, strong dreams. So it could be that she is his dream mate, partner. It doesn't matter what gender we're talking about, but we do have a masculine and a feminine pretty consistently throughout this, especially because of that Lover's card. But he's got this idea that this is his person, and I don't know where he thinks the blockage is, but he's quite sure about who he wants and what he wants. Let me just ask, what's your blockage? Why is that Two of Swords there? It's funny because the blockage is there, but then he has this sense of peace when he thinks about fighting for this, which is just weird to see that on that Sagittarius Temperance card. And I'm wondering if it's just because he's like, no, I know this is my dream person. I know it. We got the Devil. He is extremely, I said, what is the blockage? The blockage here could be that there is some other connection that he's still tangled up in. The blockage could also be that maybe he's like, I'm a little too lusty over her, because this really started out with a lot of lust. It really did. It could be that he's like, okay, I mean, I need to simmer down just a smidge, Six of Pentacles, so that I can actually give a genuine offer and not just have it be lust based or let that lead. He's definitely a thinking man or woman. It doesn't matter what genders, but we're going to keep saying him because we've seen him come out as two kings now. Look, he's heavily lust driven, but he hasn't like forgotten, his mind in this lust. The blockage, though, being, I don't know, there could be some other connection. I kind of do feel like he's still tangled up in something else. And so it's hard to be able to give to the person that he would like to. Yeah, he needs to leave that other connection behind. So hang on. Is he focusing on, spying on this feminine that he's obviously so drawn to, that he feels would be, I mean, it's like he wants to be beside her, wants to be her protector, wants to be the person that is, she's in his arms and vice versa. It's somebody he's having dreams about. He may have woken up with a dream about her and been like, I gotta look her up online again. I gotta go see whatever I can see of her. I am like very ferocious about her, but damn it, the blockage is, how do I move toward her and offer her something if there's some other connection that I'm still tangled up in? Well, there's only one way. That is to move on, move away from that other connection. There's, with that Chariot, he knows exactly what to do. He cannot really start anything with her, as much as he's very much getting locked in for lusty reasons, but also for the, like, he's certain that this is the woman he's supposed to go toward. He's certain about that now, from the logical perspective, as well as the passionate perspective, as well as the dreamscape. I keep feeling, let me just ask, did you have a dream of her? Because it really is shouting at me that, yeah, Knight of Cups. Yeah, he may have had some like drowning in emotion kind of dream. That water is a great example of emotion, and when we're underwater, that's a great depiction of like the dream state. We step across into the other world, and sounds are different, and we're kind of like submerged in the subconscious world. So I'm going to say he definitely had a dream. It was a love dream, a romantic dream. It was something that possibly made him we literally have him laying here dreaming, sleeping. He may have dreamed of losing her, and that was like, oh my god, I can't let this happen. I'm realizing when I wake up I really care about her. He might have been dreaming, with that Five of Pentacles, that he couldn't get to her or something, and then wakes up and it's like, yeah, I really do want her. I'm really interested in her. I care about her. Oh wow, Queen of Cups in the reverse. He may have dreamt that he tried to go toward her or wasn't allowed to, because she said, I won't give you my love if you're still with somebody else. I mean, he may have actually had the dream where it's like, because he seems so obvious. It seems so, everything here, even right down to that Temperance card, like, I'm calm in knowing that I'm going to fight for this. I know that she's the right one for me. I've had this dream of her. I've had this thought process about her. I had a dream that I couldn't be with her because she wouldn't have me. She said, I can't have her love. I can't come in her house, come into her life, step into her world unless I'm single. I mean, that it seems like for him to have made this conclusion, like after this dream state, like he wakes up and he goes, I do have something toxic that, is preventing me from giving to her. I need to move on from that thing that's toxic. He can't stay where he's at and think that he can pursue her. And I think that came up in a dream. But more importantly, the dream, they say that, at least this talk that I listened to, it is hypothesized anyway, that like in the animal kingdom, at least, when our dogs are dreaming and they're running, it's because they are practicing life skills. And so if dreams for humans are maybe something a little bit similar, where like we're practicing something, he may have had that dream where it's like, I'm dreaming of her and she won't let me be with her. I'm imagining going toward her, trying to knock on her door, and she won't open up and says, I won't give you my love because you can't come in here if you're still in a connection with someone else. I almost feel like he dreamed like the reality of what it would be like to be shut down by her, because he was practicing, how would that be if I came toward her, took action toward her for romantic purposes? She won't let me in. In the dream, she didn't. She won't give me her love or allow me in if I still have this blockage. I think that's what it is. For him to wake up and say, I know what I have to do. I have to get myself out of a connection that is a blockage. I definitely feel like it's because he rehearsed it in his mind or in the dream state and realized what that was. Let me just ask, did the dream have anything else, like encouragement or something around that? Five of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, he had to find a resolution. I'm not going to stumble around, bumble around, and feel like I'm losing out. I'm not going to do that. I can't have losses in my life. I have to fix it. So the dream was about, how do you fix a potential loss of what you want preemptively? Don't do things that are going to lead you to sorrow or lead you to want to go drink your sorrows away. Don't do it. Just don't set yourself up for that. Handle it the right way. Stay away from something that's toxic so that you can go towards stuff that isn't. It definitely feels like the dream state was pretty meaningful for him. Okay, let me just go over here and say, so so with all this, so this masculine had a dream, and it's helped him get centered on what he's gonna do. 8 of Wands, we got all this action. We got coming and going. We got leaving and arriving. We've got all this back and forth. Like, obviously, he has to leave one connection before he can start this other one with her. But he is like creating endings, and he is leaving, and he is moving toward what he actually wants. That's what this looks like. So is he going to be reaching out to her pretty soon? We have got the Princess of Wands. Yes. It's going to sneak up behind her. Hang on. I can't tell what that is. I think it's a stamp, like a stamp that would be put on a letter, but it's only a 10-cent stamp. The reason I said there is this spark, this is, I'm asking, is he going to be reaching out to her soon? And it says, yeah, but with a tiny little, because it's such a tiny stamp and such low denomination, I'm thinking this is a tiny reach out, and it could come up when she doesn't expect it because her back is turned, but her head is just a little bit tilted. So she may like almost be like, huh, what's that? My phone dinged. It could be a text. It could be some kind of, it still feels a little bit indirect, but his first overture to her, his first reaching out to her could be something fairly tiny, fairly simple. I'm so freezing cold. Justice card. Fairly tiny, fairly simple. And this kind of says that's not really the best way to approach her. You have all this big lust for her. You want her as your lover. You want all this with her. You want something huge. You are making some big changes, right? He's changing in a pretty enormous way. He's changing things in his life so he can go toward her. But it still says, but then go toward her with something more direct. Don't do the text, or don't do the little teeny tiny liking a photo or something. This, because of that little itty bitty stamp that's only 10 cents. And I mean, it's not even the cost of a stamp anymore, right? It just feels like it's a little teeny tiny amount of effort. Plus this is it's a page's amount of energy. And it says, no, that's not enough. You may not even catch her attention if you only put in a page's amount of energy. We can see he's making big change in a positive way, but then when he approaches her, he probably needs to come in like a king. Don't do a page. That's going to feel less than. Don't incognito go like a post. She's not even going to know that's you, or she's going to think, okay, he's not that interested. We've got an 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles is like, he's probably going to have to approach her a couple times. Otherwise, she's going to have to decode what this even means. 8 of Pentacles is like, he's going to have to put in more work to get her. And if she is that worth it, if she is a part of his tree of life, he will have to put in the work, put in the effort. Are you going to do that, character? Last card. We've got the Princess of Swords. Well, he's going to be spying for a while and watching and waiting. Did she get my message? Did she see that? This still says he's going to have to put in more work. And in this story, he's got to put in more work. He'll get there. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up. Bye.